nights in my prayers.
So, hi. I'm driving, obviously. I'm wearing my seatbelt. So anyway, it is not December. It's November 17th, Tuesday. Yes, 1:31 p.m. Amarillo. It is snowing. Although it's like really light snowing. I mean, it's very windy, so the snow is just coming at you. But yeah, it's not sticking or anything. So I was supposed to meet the landlord today to go over the lease and the property, and I mean, you know, I have a few hours. He can call me, but I talked to him yesterday. He said, "Oh, I'll meet you tomorrow." I didn't exactly clarify the time, but yeah. So that's annoying. That's all I can say. It's annoying. It's the anticipation. It's like I want to start it. I mean, this is my job, but I'm not working anywhere else. Since the beginning. Okay, so someone interrupted me, and hopefully I can edit this and join it together. But anyway, I quit my job at a spa. It was like just the most ridiculous thing ever. Just everything was illegal, and it was just a very, very bad environment. And that's why I was like, you know, I need to do my own thing, etc., etc. But so that was at the end of October that I stopped working there. I've been decided that I wanted to, you know, do this. I think it was August. I said I wanted to open up a nightclub. But it was like an idea, you know, I had a plan, like, you know, oh, I want to do this, you know, look into something, do it. And then I also wanted to go to, you know, cosmetology school and everything, but I didn't end up going. And then it was September. Was it September? It had to be no. It was October, beginning of October, when I was like, okay, I'm doing this. I'm going to look for a place. I'm going to open up a beauty salon. And then it was like, for me, why not have them both in the same building? Because of the fact that, you know, first of all, it's too much money, and like, why use different venues? You know, we just need a space to party, etc. I feel like this is real shaky. Maybe I should. Okay, let me know, guys. This is probably too shaky. I could just hold it. I'm sorry, but I feel like we're really shaky right now. Anyway, so yeah, I was like, why not just have them in the same space and save money, save, you know, the energy of me rushing over to another property to try to set it up and everything, and just easier for me to manage. So, October, I've been looking at places online. Amarillo is one of those places where you actually have to drive up and down the streets, literally, to see what is available, because not everyone uses a realtor or even Craigslist or online posting. So that's actually how I found the space that I'm using now. It's not online, it just happened to be, I seen it was for lease, and I contacted the owner, etc., etc. So anyway, the other places that I have been looking at since October, or before that, I've been looking for months, I feel like. But anyway, really hard to get in touch with people. I mean, the realtors called me back, and then one realtor, he talked to me for like an hour about just, you know, the town and everything. But then when I'm to look at the space, that was fine and dandy. But then I thought it was like, well, the lack of communication just really kills it for me. Like, if you can't communicate with me, especially when we're talking about money and business, then that is just not my, you're not the person. I don't want to be doing business with you. I don't like you. I'm sorry. It kind of is about, do I like you or not? And I know that's bad. You're not going to like everyone, and everyone's not going to like you. That is just the way it is. But if I don't trust you and I don't believe in you, then fuck it. There's always someone else. There's always something else. So anyway, unless you're like the best thing ever, then, you know, maybe I will settle. But still. So that was that space, and it was like a garage type of industrial look. It used to be a retail space, but well, I guess in the beginning of time it was a retail space, and then before like recently, it was a recording studio. I don't know what type of recording studio it was because it was mostly vandalized inside. Like some kids were in there, teenagers or whatever, graffiti and punching holes, kicking holes in the walls and stuff like that. So it was just not. I mean, it was cool space. I actually really liked it. It was about like 2,300 square feet, I believe. But that's the thing. It said 2,300 square feet on the flyer, and then it had the measurements or whatever, so those were incorrect. So I was contacting the realtor saying that these measurements are incorrect. This is like 1,000 square feet shorter than what you guys are saying that this building is. So that took him like a week to call me back. In that time, I'm sorry if I'm like kind of impatient or whatever, but I went out and measured the property myself, and the measurements were wrong on the flyer and on their website. So I mean, mistakes happen, stuff like that, but you could at least get back with people, call them, say, hey, I'm working on this space for you and whatever. So I kind of just didn't want to deal with that realtor or that company. Well, in addition to that, there were all these things that needed to be done. I mean, obviously I'm opening up a beauty salon. Some commercial properties were just the shell, just like the four walls and a door. This street. Anyway, so I knew I was gonna have to do some work. Like I actually need another bathroom, I need an employee space, and I need all this stuff. So I said to them, what I wanted to do with the space, and this is stuff that I want to do. I want to make it look beautiful. I want to put my own touch on it, make it look good. And they actually came back to me and said, well, we gotta work something out because you're proposing about $60,000 of renovations. Well, I said, well, how'd you get these numbers? And he said, well, the things you want to do and the things that we need to do, whatever. Well, that's the thing. You don't add the things that I want to do and that I'm paying for to, the cost of the renovations, because one, you're not paying for them, and two, you can't bounce or, like get my rent, increase my rent based on the renovations that I'm doing and I'm putting into the property. So, they kind of lost me. And then after that, I need to put you down real quick so I can park. Then after that, I seen a spot that was somewhere, it's in the, I guess, I don't want to say like party zone of Amarillo. Not really, not like a certain party zone besides downtown and Paramount, but it was off of this street called Paramount, and the rent was, $1 billion. Well, not really, it wasn't that bad. The rent was one of those things where it could increase to be $1 billion. Please. Really? Okay, anyway, so the rent was like, gotta concentrate here, I need like an open field to park and just let people know that. Even though I'm from the city and I used to have to parallel park like every day, it's still not my favorite thing to do. Okay, so anyway, I was looking at this space, and it was actually a sublease from like this corporation, and the realtor said to me, well, previous people who had proposed to rent the space, it was like almost a month or 2 months before they got back to them. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can wait. I have time to do some more planning. As when you're planning these things, you have to, all the things that you need to do, you want to offer. I mean, my club will be a themed club, so I plan, the types of parties we're going to throw. But not only in that, I mean, as far as the salon, where are things going to go? What services are you going to offer? What are the rules for your staff, and flow of everything, like what's your mission? So anyway, so I felt like there's so much that I need to be working on. I can wait for this space, but it's kind of hard when you don't know where you're going to be. I mean, it's very stressful because of the fact that you need a space, and you can't really say, hey, I'm working on something. Yeah, you can. You're working on something, but you don't have a space. So, and then what happened for me is that I got approved for my loan, but I didn't have a space. And, even though the checklist that I found online of how to open up a business is like, you need a space and then you get the money. But then it's like, well, what if I got a space and I don't have any money? So it would be like, either way I'm screwed. Either I have this loan money and, you have to make your payment before you even open up your shop, or you get a shop and you don't have any loan money. So it's just like, but I mean, anyway, now I have a space if they would meet with me. So, but still, I was really having a hard time finding a space. One, because, you know, as a new company for me, and we are not like, I don't have like a ton of money. It's really hard to be getting a space when at least the rent is like $20 a square foot, which is a great big part of all the places that are available. They were at least 20, etc. a square foot. And if you're getting, like 2,000 square feet, the space I'm looking at right now is like 4,200 square feet. But just, multiply that together and divide it by 12, etc., etc. That's how much your monthly rent is. So, I was even thinking about industrial spaces, because it has a space, but still it's like, one, it's the location. I mean, where are you going to be? Are you getting traffic? Or two, it's how much you're going to put into it. Because one, you need a sprinkler system. It's a fire building safety. You need a sprinkler system. Well, for here, you can only have 300 people without, sprinkler system, etc. But I still need 2 bathrooms, and, if it has 1 bathroom, I still put in a bathroom, and plumbing is very, very expensive. I mean, not only that, I'm doing things to the space, utilities, etc., etc. So it really is like the space. So, I felt my, days when I was down and sad because I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't have a space and I don't know what I'm doing right now. I really, it's like, I just don't know. So then I'm looking around other places. One, I seen some place, the thing with me is that every place, it's really different, so what I'm offering may be different, because I wanted to do retail, I wanted to do the salon with the hair, skin, and nails sections, but it's like every space has the room for different things. So, and also some places already, like, if you have a salon, if you already are renting a salon, that's what most people say, if you want to open up a salon, find an already established salon, or closing down or whatever. But my thing is, like, you still have to renovate it to get it to where you want it to be, because that salon before could be really fucking crap or whatever. So it's just always going to be some money out of the pocket, and that's why I wanted to kind of just have an open space and make it what I want to make it. I don't want to have to be like, okay, well, this person already had this over here, so I have to have this over here. I like a little bit of freedom and flexibility. That's just who I am in general. I really like to have what I want. And I'm not saying in some type of preppy, stuck-up, spoiled brat type of thing, but it's like, man, this is my dream, and I have to bring it down to conform to what someone else already had, or, like, just because I'm not allowed to do what I want to do. So anyway, the space that I'm having now used to be a thrift store, and it's not what I ever thought I would, go towards. But I've seen it, for lease, it was vacant for quite a while. But I'm very grateful if they will call me back and then we get the lease signed, blah, 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 blah. But I'm very grateful, things, I know everyone always says, things take time and things come to those who wait, etc., etc. But then, this is crunch time here. And it's like, with everything with me, is how long am I supposed to wait? Like, as far as the realtor getting back to you, how long are you supposed to wait? It's, until they're like, okay, you can have the space. Which is actually which I have found, it's been becoming very common for it to be a while. Like, the people have said it takes a while, it takes some time, etc., etc. But I'm just like, you have empty space that is sitting there and you want to lease it out. What are you doing? This is your money. It's all about money to you people. So I'm just drinking some Sprite or whatever. But what are you guys doing? So, as far as the salon, it is very, very expensive for the supplies. I mean, and I'm one of those people, like, I'm very heavy on social media, as far as, like, who I follow. And when I see people have something that looks really cool, I'm like, oh, I want that too. So even though, some of the things are really expensive. I just feel like I want the best, latest, good quality things. So I work to get them. I'm not like a name brand person, like, oh, we have to have this and that just because it's like name brand. But I'm like, it's really good stuff. It's really beneficial. So you know, invest in what you want, and you get what you pay for sometimes. So yes, I'm trying to think about what else about looking for a space. Basically, I'm one of those people who drive at like the middle of the night searching. That's when I'm usually up. I'm not usually out and about during the daytime. It's crazy because that's when you can see everything. But I'm just like out at nighttime. You know, when I'm like, can't take it anymore. I'm wanting to go do something. I can't just be sitting around waiting for people to call me back all the time. I'm like, I need to do something, make it happen. So anyway, I will get back to you guys with like after I actually get a space, and what else. I'll get back to you with another video as far as supplies, equipment. I mean, for the club, that's what I'm starting on now, because the club is first and then the salon would be about a month later or so. But just really pacing yourself, not to overwhelm yourself, and to do what you can do, and not what someone else is trying to force you to do. So my next order of business is getting things ready for the club. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.